Hello everyone, today is pretty exciting. I'm gonna see what my rating is on lichess.com or Lichess. So as you can see, I don't have a rating yet. 1500 is just the normal. Um, just the normal starting rating type of thing. So you can see there's a question mark. Same for this guy, there's a question mark there. But we'll see if we can get into a match here. Alright, let me just make sure that looks good. Oh, that looks nice. I'm gonna move this pawn. So the reason it might seem like there was, is this a trap? Oh. Huh. I thought they were gonna bring the queen out to attack. I'm gonna take... This will let them bring the queen out. We can control some more center space, I think. I don't super know what I'm doing. I know I'm supposed to control the center. Probably attack the knight next with the bishop. Since it's on a light square, that could set up for a castle, it looks like. Okay, this is interesting. So it's threatening that if I would take with the bishop, then the queen would take my thing. Wait, did I just checkmate myself? Oh my god. Oh no, okay. Yeah, they still have to set that up. Could have thought that through a little bit better. I think pawn g3 fixes it. They've got a lot of attackers here. This is really awkward. If they want to be super smart, they can move the queen down there. Okay, so now it's threatening my queen. So I can either move the queen right or up. I think right is the move. Don't know if there's too much they can do here. They could take this piece with the knight. That would be a really good move. Oh wait, no, it's pinned. Okay. So at least they can't do that. Probably move the bishop. If I had to guess. Actually, this knight is undefended and it would put it in check. So I think maybe a castle is next. Oh, the queen is in danger as well. I think checking is still the move here, and then probably just move one of the bishops back would be the retaliation. But yeah, that knight is free for now. It also means he can't castle if they move the piece away. So now if I take... Okay, I was thinking about pushing this pawn, but that bishop would become a problem. Taking is a little bit greedy, but I think it's actually a decent idea. It pressures the bishop. They could take it with no consequence, yeah. Which I think is still fine, actually. Let's put some more pressure on the queen. think the queen only has 2 safe spaces there and there. It's also there. Now here's what I'm thinking. Even more pressure here. No! You weren't supposed to do that. Probably just move the bishop. No, that would just give up the queen. Probably move the queen first. Wait, they could just take the bishop. Oh, I'm so bad. Maybe going for the mate instead here. I'm threatening a fork. So they do, I think, have to respond here. When the lights turn on, show me how you do it. Okay. My pawns are in really weird spots. I kind of want to fix that. I have tempo right now, though. I can't move the rook out because queen's protecting that. I think doing this is super aggressive, but I think it works. They can move the bishop down. Yeah, that's about what I figured. I don't really have any choice aside from taking here, do I? Yeah, and then I'll be put in check, and that's attacking my king. I don't think there's too much of a follow-up though, right? They have to spend some more. I think I get the pin here. They're threatening my rook. Oh, I almost moved the bishop to there, but I think I just have to take it right now. And they will probably take the rook. Oh, that's checkmate. I forgot, the queen hits g2. Yeah, that's my bad. That was a good match, though. I lost 400 points for that. Those were some pretty bad mistakes, though. I did lose the queen quite early. You gotta warm up, though, right? I have rabbit ability. Not sure what that does. Alright, so what's this threatening if I take... Not sure. I don't think that they want to take, because then I'll get the queen out early. Defend the pawn. A little bit of an extra threat there. Now if I take, I don't think there's much that they can do against that. So when the lights turn on, show me how you do it. This is maybe a bit of a weak move, but I want to get that bishop pinning the knight. pawn up, I'm guessing, and then I can just scooch back. Alright, so what's the benefits to moving the knight back? Oh, I lose the bishop, but I can protect it like that, I think. They could move the bishop to give it a double attack. Okay. It looks like I might have actually played that right. So what is this knight threatening? Going either there or there. I think it's threatening because of the push. So castling is actually not the worst idea here. So now this bishop is in a bit of a weird situation because the pin is gone. So my gut instinct is to just sack it. And I know there's probably reasons about why not doing that is good. Oh yeah, it opens up the rook, which isn't great. And I can't move my rook because it's protecting this pawn. I can move this rook though. And try to push up a bit. Oh no, this is triple defended. I can't move that pawn. I can't move the bishop there because they take. There's not really any safe space for me to develop my queen as well. Well, this will force the rook. Wait, no, I can't do that. This is fine, though, I think. Forces the knight to move, which is actually maybe something I don't want. So if I take, he takes with pawn. One thing, though, is that this bishop can be forked by the knight, I think. I think I have to take with queen here. Okay. Now they take this pawn, probably. Okay, interesting. So that's attacking my bishop, which doesn't have a great place to go. Let's see. I could push it way up. There's probably negatives to this, like just moving the rook. But it gains a lot of spaces of power. Now this bishop is hemming in quite a few things, actually. I think I attack it. That'll force it onto a further away spot. Oh, I don't really like that, actually. What is going on? Alright, Alright, so now the bishop is there. It's attacking the pawn. I can get it to a semi-defendable spot if I push up. That threatens bishop going there, though. Which I don't super want. I don't really want to keep this rook pendant forever, so I think I'm just gonna push it. It's not an immediate danger. Pushing it back kind of traps it. But I think that might be nice because they can't attack with the rook. Like if they try to put the rook there, the pawn will cover it. And this pawn is covering a lot of distance, as is this pawn. So we're at kind of an interesting standstill. So when the lights turn on, show me how you do it. Probably rook d2 here. Can't take that pawn. I think actually where I want to go is not all the way back, but just right here, so that the bishop can't go in. And it still threatens this rook as well. If they want to attack with the rook, the bishop is in the way. Their own bishop is in the way, which is interesting. So that gives me a fork, which is interesting. They're probably planned on that. The solution is pretty easy, you just move the rook. Yeah, so now this pawn is defended, I can't take that, but my rook is in a really nice spot. All of a sudden, sort of. So they're threatening the removal of the bishop, right? To attack my bishop indirectly with the rook. So I can defend that. Now I can put my knight into a really interesting space. And I'm not sure if it helps me, but I kind of just want to do it anyways. Because they can move rook to, what is this, d1? And then I move back here, and then I'm threatening the rook again. Oh, no, actually I couldn't do that, because then the bishop could defend. And then there would be 2 points of attack on it. Actually, bishop right here is very interesting. Although I think that's a positive for me. Okay, yeah, just moving the knight. So I can get another fork here with a check. I can attack the bishop a little bit. And this will sort of let my king have a little bit more breathing room as well. Not the greatest save though, obviously. You know, it'd be a really smart move for white here, c4. To attack the bishop and force the rook trade. Okay, I got a couple moves that would let me sort of stay on the offensive here. I think the best one is right here. It protects against bishop take pawn. Oh, I just realized now they have just push this pawn, make me push bishop back, and then push it again. You push rook back. Okay, taking... What are the benefits to taking for me? The drawback is losing rook. But I also gain a pawn. I think it's not as bad as it seems, actually. We each gain 2 pawns out of this. Obviously, I can't defend it, because if I do, they have their second rook there. Okay, now this I wasn't accounting for. This bishop is in a hittable spot. Bishop right here, bishop right there would be super annoying is what I was gonna say. So if I move it to c8, they just move bishop down. But actually they can't, because then I just take rook. They don't have mate. They might have mate. No, the bishop is defending. Okay, we're totally fine. Yeah, I can take that. Okay, sick. Because I can take here. Yeah. And now I'm kind of getting back in the game a bit. I can't move this pawn up with the bishop in the way, so I have to threaten it. So their next move is to reinforce the bishop, probably, or attack that pawn. But I think I'm fine with that. Oh, they could move rook down, which would be interesting, but I think I can still be fine with that. I was just thinking move rook right and then push pawn to take, but that wouldn't work. I can actually threaten this rook here. Probably just move it to d6. Oh, that's way worse. Should probably just resign at this point. That defended bishop is just completely destroying me here. Threaten with king? Oh, actually they can't. They have to use pawn. But after I take, they can take. I got hit with the XD, are you kidding me? I wonder if they're gonna let it transform. That would actually be hilarious. If I can get a draw out of this, that would be so funny. I think left is safer. What is going on? Okay, you're starting to get it. You don't move the rook here. Oh. You're supposed to move the rook up there. I'm gonna make you get this, mate. Oh my gosh. Okay, that time they didn't move the, Okay, they're starting to get it. Yeah. Oh my gosh, they're doing it. And then you move the rook again. Yeah? One more time. I'm forced to go up. No! The rook was defended. Okay. I think you can still get it. Just move the king up one more time. Actually, no, because that can go down. I think you move the rook one space right. And then you move the king down, and my only move is back up. There we go. GG. That was a good match. So minus 34. I'm losing a little bit less points there. Let me see though. I need to stop making as many errors. I think I'm just not thinking some things through. Wait, I just did the same thing I did last game. Actually, yeah, I pushed this up. Trying to think of if there's anything super smart I could do here. That's not super smart. Wait, I just put two of my pieces in danger. Whoops. Well, I guess moving the bishop is smarter. Takes. Actually, probably take with the knight instead. Cause when the lights turn on, show me what you do. Ah, that's a good move. I think I just castle here. It's kind of interesting because if they take, then they have an indirect threat on my bishop. Okay, interesting. So they're threatening not mate, but a very powerful move nonetheless. I can get a pin out of this. It might not be the greatest move, but I would get a pin out of this. Probably take knight out next. Ooh, or a rook. That would be pretty powerful. I almost just moved the knight up to here, threatening this left pawn, but the bishop would take. If I learned one thing, it's not to let the bishop take. I'm gonna threaten it. It'll probably just move to there, but that's okay. Oh wait, it can't move to there. Could move to here, threaten the king a bit more. Yeah, that's probably the smart move. I think threatening here is fine. They can just drop the bishop down. Yeah, that was a mistake. But now they're no longer protecting that pawn anymore. The left pawn. I actually did not expect that. Ah, that's smart defense. That knight is actually trapped right now, so I don't need to go after it. I think development here isn't the worst idea. There's nothing... This rook isn't really doing anything. So I think it protecting from the attack on the open file here isn't that bad of an idea. So where does the knight want to move from here? Probably right there. I don't know if I care too much. Could go there and then there, trying to do a fork. But I can sort of pin the knight to the rook behind it. Threaten a trade, which I am a little bit behind, but I think I'm still gonna take. Takes. The knight is still in a really good spot. It can get the fork on the pawns here, and I can't really defend that pawn. I think it's still a decent idea. I can bring bishop up here, threaten to go there. I don't really have a follow-up though, because I don't have too many pieces left. I could threaten the knight by moving the bishop down, but they could just go to the fork earlier. Your opponent proposes a take back. I'm gonna put a threat on the rook here. Why do they keep doing that? What's a take back? I don't want to get forked by the knight, so I think I actually bring it all the way back here. They can put me in check and put their rook in a good spot. But I think I'm a-okay with that. I think I gotta stay on the offensive here. Because they still have the knight threat of the pin. Maybe I'd be better off playing a 5-minute game. So the threat here, I suppose, is rook to e2. But I don't know if I mind. Okay, so they're forcing the trade, but I'll get a knight out of the deal. So I think it's still a pretty good trade, honestly. So again, fighting for pawns here. This does leave me in a strange position, but I think it's one that actually works. Shoot! Oh, that's such a good move. I think I take the pawn here. I have to find... There's not a way that I can come out of this looking great. Wait, did they leave the game? Pretty cocky. That's about what I expected. That's still defended. I think I go for these pawns. Oh, the king could slide out of the way. Yeah, go for this pawn push. Move bishop down to like right here, I'm assuming. That's smart. Move king down one more. Oh, come on. You had such a cooler move. You could have gone g6. What are you doing? bishop or queen? Who do you prefer? Then you move up right, I'm guessing. Come on. Wait, I can't do that. Okay, yeah, that's clever. And then you move the queen right there to attack the pawn. Stop it! And you go here to get the pawn. GG. Oh, they want a rematch. Nice. They're probably like, free LP. I'll see if I can play any better. So this is a gambit. Actually, taking with the queen is probably not the greatest. It is an interesting way to go, though. My queen is in a weird spot. What piece was there? Oh, my knight, I think. That bishop is kind of fenced in. I can get a fork here. With the knight. When the light turns on, show me how to do. I'm so dumb. I was like, what is this threatening? And I was like, oh, the bishop, obviously. I think we just defend it by developing this pawn. I saw that like the second I placed that. We have kind of an interesting move here. Which is just bishop here, forcing their bishop back, I think. They could use the knight instead. Can't put them in check with my queen. I could... This would be a bit spicy. I could actually attack here in a very interesting way. Like that. They could just castle. Okay, so they're threatening... They're threatening knight here. Yeah, they're threatening putting knight there and then putting queen there. That would be checkmate? No. Okay, even if the knight is here and the queen goes there, I can still take with rook. So this should be a safe move. As long as I planned it right. I thought that was mate, but it's not. That's really clever. That's really clever. I'll give you props for that one. Wait, let's take back. Is there a way to look at past move? Because I know I have a piece there, but I just can't remember what it was. Was there a piece there? Am I misremembering? Yeah, I might be misremembering. Can at least defend this. I think this pawn is just free now, though. Which is not spectacular, obviously. I can move my king back. They'll probably just move bishop in. I was expecting rook to this space. So why would you move the queen there? To attack this pawn? Or to open up a line of indirect attack on the king by moving the bishop somewhere. Like right here, for instance. Can't move it down there because of the rook. Yeah, this pawn is defended, so it has to be a plan on moving the white bishop here. Which can go... Oh, it doesn't let you move it. It's kind of weird. Right here to attack the bishop, or right here. Either way, it's not great for me. I might actually be able to get mate off this. Queen right here, I'm guessing. They don't get bishop off this quite yet because of the pawn, at least. They could double up here. Where do I want this rook to be? I want to keep a defense on this pawn. Probably keep the check up here with f7. So I can't go upright. I have to either go there or there. Oh, I can't go there. Okay. So if I... Wait, isn't this checkmate? Not yet, I suppose. But, yeah, b8 would be extremely strong. I think I have to protect this bishop. I can't move the king. The thing is, I don't see what they're threatening, which is not the greatest feeling. Okay, so this is threatening, Oh, that's mate. Damn it. Yeah, that's well played. Oh, I thought they'd take the pawn. That was a GG, though. Oh, there's voice chat on here. Alright, let's look at the analysis. Let's go all the way to the start. So at this point, they moved their queen quite a bit. Maybe, actually, what I should have done here is this. I think I considered it, but I didn't really think about, like, the implications of what happens here, because the queen is in a really strange spot. It'd probably develop the knight. Get a pin out, they'd move the thing up. This queen is very penned in the current spot. There's not really anywhere for that knight to move as well. But this knight would be a good piece to develop. Probably move the queen somewhere like there. These are kind of crazy people moves. I don't know if how accurately I'm playing for white here. Can't do that because of the knight. Oh, it's pinned. Okay. Well, that's something I hadn't considered. Let's see. Even when I'm controlling the enemy, I still make mistakes. I just mated myself. Maybe I just play better on white. Okay, let's go through the actual game again. It was fun playing fake games, though. So what is that? This is B. Okay, so where did that threat start? So they opened up as prepping for the attack on knight, which is a sneaky attack. It lets me take, but I'm not in the greatest of positions just because I lost a piece right out of the get-go. So I have to look out for diagonals. I think I'm still playing too fast in the early game. Yeah, so this was really smart. Or did I go like here? Yeah, I was gonna say that's kind of a bad move because of the pawn option. I think what I was going for was attacking the knight. Oh yeah, because I can't go here because then they take. Actually, back to where it started would protect that. Yeah, back to where it started might have been a good move there. I think if I went right there, they wouldn't have had a place to escape. Yeah, I needed to go there. Oh my gosh, how am I missing these moves? I went for the fork, which let knight take. And put me in check, but if I went here, where could the bishop go? It couldn't go there or there. And the knight is also being threatened, indirectly. So they would just attack the queen here. What would I do then? I don't really need to protect anything. But I don't have a great place to go also. I could fork both the knights here. Wish they could go for this fork. No, they can't, because I could still take. What would they do here? Oh, move the bishop to attack that. To which I think, honestly, this is a fairly smooth move. They're not going to move their king because that means that they can never check again. And they don't have the easy answer besides just moving the queen out of the way. This queen is undefended, so I have to move it. I can move it right there. They take. I can force king to move here because it's double defended, so they can't take. So they'd probably go like here. I almost moved the knight, but I kind of pinned the knight to the queen now. So I can't do that anymore. I can do this though. That doesn't help me. I need to stop putting things in check just because I can. This is a strong move though. Forces the rook to move. To which I can capitalize by pinning the queen. They move this up. I have a true fork now, to which I can only go right or left. I'd probably choose left. If I was them, I'd take. Wait, they wouldn't do that. That doesn't do anything. They'd take. I don't know how long this has been open. Wait, no, that's idiotic. They're up a piece. What were they thinking? This is the much better move. Alright, I think we're back into the real game now. Are we? Let's just go all the way back. Okay, so taking the center reveals an attack on the knight that I ignore. I could have moved knight up to here. No, that wouldn't have worked. Knight up to here prompts this. Now where do I go here maybe? I don't know what they do after that. But that doesn't seem too bad. Alright, so anyways, we lose the early piece, which is a mistake. We don't get much out of it. I think I move queen left one. Oh no, I use the pawn to defend. That's actually... I think that was a smart move I did. Because moving the pawn out really strengthens that side of the board. So then they go for the old forkaroonie. Probably move down to here, I'd say. Oh, I take the pawn. Wait, what did I just do? Go back to when I had a queen. Alright. So after I take that, I get put in this weird check. Okay. So how did they set up this check? How did they see it? First of all, they have the queen covering that angle. And they bring the knight out, which I thought was to attack the queen. But it actually was to move there. So if I noticed that threat, what could I have done? If I go here, the move still goes through? Yeah, the move still goes through. So I would have had to just not gone for the attack at all. I would have had to have noticed it here. Here I could have played that to attack the queen and also defend against the diagonal. I think that was where I had to notice it. I just saw the weak pawn and went for it. And that was another major mistake there. This too, ouch. I don't think I could have played it better after getting forked. There's no other way of dealing with that, really. The lesser evil, I suppose. So when I go here to protect this pawn, because it's the only undefended pawn next to the queen. And this is the part where they just keep putting me in check over and over. So this part I'm a bit proud of. I noticed this. I think my major problem this game was I lost two pieces very, very early to just not seeing threats. Right? Because I lose the knight early. Because I take the knight out to attack the queen, and then I'm developing pieces, not really focusing. I don't see that threat, and then I get the... Right here, when I go for stuff, I should have just been developing. If I move bishop out, attacks the queen, forces the queen out somewhere. I move pawn up. I don't know why it don't let me move. I move pawn or queen. I mean, bishop. Either way, the queen has to go somewhere less good. They only got +1 point for this. That's how badly I played. But anyways, you know, all journeys have a beginning, right? If you enjoyed figuring out my true ELO, which is apparently just a downward arrow, leave a like, and I'll see you later. Thanks for watching.